I spent most of my 20s voluntarily asexual. I had bailed out of several serious relationships in high school and in early college before deciding that I just wasn't cut out for romance. So I stopped, and it made things really simple. I was pretty happy with the setup, but it was hard, especially at work, to convince people that I wasn't interested in dating, that I didn't want them to set me up with their single friend. And it took years, but when I finally was accepted as the single guy at work, I immediately felt boxed in by that identity. In the same way that 17-year-old me was boxed in by the boyfriend role. So one day at work, without any planning, I broke my own self-created mold. Not by actually dating a real person. This story's not that interesting. But there's a group of people discussing over lunch at work an event that night. Oh yeah, Maria's coming with her husband, and Kelly and her husband will be there. And of course, Pete's coming alone. And I still don't know exactly why, but I just blurted out, "Oh, I have a girlfriend." It was like 10% joke and 90% pouty child thinking, "You can't tell me who I am." The 6 women in the office at the time were both shocked and wary. This is led by Maria, my best friend at work. "What's this chick's name?" "Lindsay. Lindsay Beckwith." That imaginary name came out of my mouth very smoothly. "What's she do? Where does she live? Where does she come from? How long have you been dating?" All the questions came at once. And she's originally from Minnesota. She's a teacher with CPS. She currently lives in Ukrainian Village, and we've been together 6 months now. I was lying hard about a girlfriend who, 1, was not real, and 2, who I wouldn't want to date if she were real. But I almost immediately was like pot committed, and there was no walking back this lie. So I officially had a fake girlfriend. Over the rest of lunch, I was forced to lie a whole romantic story about how Lindsay and I met and fell in love. And at first, getting away with that first lie actually was fun. I told my roommates that night, and we all had a good laugh about it. But lying mostly is just really hard work. And it's no fun convincing your sweet and innocent friend Melissa to record a fake voicemail message on your phone saying, "Hey, this is Lindsay, sorry I missed your call," so that I can create a fake contact in my phone and show it to my coworker Maria and let her call and get a voicemail to prove that my imaginary girlfriend is real. Over the next year, Lindsay Beckwith, public school teacher from Minnesota, became a big part of my life. I became acutely aware of how common it is for people to ask you how your weekend was. "Did you and Lindsay do anything fun?" I lied my way through a fairy tale courtship. And in case you're curious, Lindsay Beckwith, public school teacher from Minnesota, and we took it slow over the holidays that year, each going to visit our respective families alone. I also decided, for some reason, to take a strong anti-consumerist stance when asked what we got each other for Christmas. Oh, Lindsay and I don't believe in giving each other presents. We don't need to pay money for stuff to prove our love for each other. What an idealist I had become. Not satisfied with being a hopeless romantic, I was now also lying my way into being a better person. In January, my coworker Maria asked, "What are you getting Lindsay for Valentine's Day?" Now Maria is kind and thoughtful. She's just looking out for Lindsay Beckwith, public school teacher from Minnesota. Maria shuts down my "we don't believe in materialistic gifts" response with a "no. Every woman wants something nice on Valentine's Day. And who are you to pass up an opportunity to show her that you love her?" Before I could respond, I didn't know what to say. Maria was halfway through purchasing on my behalf a $100 gift certificate to her favorite spa in Chicago. Now, I am not $100 committed to this lie. And this joke is not $100 funny. And most importantly, I do not have $100. So I jump over the desk and I take the keyboard away from her, and I promise, like, this is a great idea. I'll go do some recon work, and I'll find out what Lindsay's favorite spa is, and then I'll be sure to buy that gift certificate for her. So I avoided the Valentine's Day minefield, but it was a really close call. It was too close of a call. So I began to brainstorm an exit strategy. I decided that Lindsay Beckwith, public school teacher from Minnesota, is homesick for the land of 1,000 lakes. I could just wait till the end of the school year, and then Lindsay can move back home to be closer to family. It won't be her fault. It won't be my fault. It's just not meant to be. And then 2 p.m. on the Friday before Valentine's Day, I hear a noise. A murmur that like grows to a commotion that is rumbling down the hallway at work to my office door. The receptionist peeks in my office and says, "Pete, I have something for you." And I get very nervous and very confused. And Maria bursts into the room, followed by 10 other female co-workers of mine. She is smirking and holding a huge cookie bouquet. She hands me the cookies, but she keeps the card, and with everyone watching, and without asking my permission, she opens the envelope and reads out loud, "Hey, Big Bear, happy Valentine's Day. I love you and your sugar lips. Signed, Lindsay Beckwith." All the women around are shrieking and they're coming close to me, and I am beet red from embarrassment and confusion. And all my coworkers assume I'm blushing because I, sugar lips, am in love. And for a few moments, my entire understanding of the universe crumbles. Is Lindsay Beckwith, public school teacher from Minnesota, real? Are we in love? Am I her big bear? Am I a happy, functional adult in a healthy relationship? That one seemed far-fetched. So what the hell was actually going on? It turns out, Lindsay still wasn't real. My roommates did not send the cookies to me, and it wasn't Maria doing a cool prank the pranker turn the table thing. I had told a couple of other friends the story of Lindsay Beckwith, and unlike me, these friends really do know how to play a good practical joke and make mistakes. They didn't just make up stories out of defensiveness and fear. No, they waited months for the perfect joke at the perfect time, and they struck. Thankfully, the great cookie caper did not affect my exit strategy. Even after such a romantic gesture, Lindsay Beckwith and I decided that the distance was just too great. So when she moved back to Minnesota that summer, we broke up. I even got a few sympathy hugs from my coworkers. We were all sad to see Lindsay go. But I found out that what they say is true. Whether it's real or imaginary, love makes people do crazy things. And relationships really are hard work. Thank you.